Good morning, Mr. Chicken.
Morning.
After months in this new world, life has continued on a much slower pace. We have visited the factory every day to make sure that we are collecting enough items to hopefully lead us to the next stage of this world. And spending our mornings fishing for bounties, but inevitably ending up with way more fish, saddles, and all of that junk that we really just don't need. We've spent time building farms and machines to do the jobs for us and to speed things up. We also had to go and collect a bunch of materials by hand, going to the furthest parts of the world for sand and terracotta, as well as to the deepest, darkest areas for deep slate and many things in between, for all of the materials we will need for our main base. And then we top this off by having a lovely mushroom stew at the stock market, Bubblecay's wonderful restaurant here in the shopping district. Out here in the front of our factory, we've got two of these new wonderful machines. One hidden in here in our shipping container is the Jurassic Industries andesite maker, and we can make all of our andesite from cobblestone and quartz, which we get from our gold bartering farm, and it pops out right here. So we don't even need to go mining for it. It's a very easy way for us to get the andesite we need. And also out here we have the Jurassic Industries Dynamitron, some sort of machine that also houses our 2-tool flour producer farm thing. So if we just hit that, we can get all of the dye that we're going to need. There we go, turn it off, and quickly gives us plenty of sunflowers. And after mining plenty of sand and gravel, and now we have the dye, we can make concrete. But I don't want to do this by hand, and I think I've got a new machine developed by the R&D department of Jurassic Industries. So let's put that in the factory. Isn't she a beauty? We have the concrete powder consolidator, and I'm glad to also announce down below we have a shulker filler as well, so we can put in all of our items up here into our chests, and let's throw some in. There we go, we can see it's all lit up and we have all of the required items, and straight away it starts crafting and sending it down into our shulker filler. And I think this is a great design that I've cobbled together. Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting build, but it is a triple item crafting system based off of Silent Whisperer's design, with a few extra bits tinkered on by myself, Jurassic's, the green approved redstoner, the one and only. And we have a few other machines like this. If you haven't seen in the past, we have our Ender Pearl Plooper. That's right, technical term there. And then over here, we also have our on-demand rocket maker. There we go. You can see, got the label. And if we go in here, we'll take some fireworks out, and it starts auto crafting them and fills this up partially. So yeah, we have got a bunch of cool machines, which is very befitting of our theme this season. A very industrial, automated farm machine things. So yeah, fantastic. But with this in mind, that A team, that's myself, Luna, Sir Bersalak, and Timid Terry. We have a shop to build, and it has been designed by the wonderful Luna Cupcake. And well, I only managed to do a couple of hours. Unfortunately, I had to run, but she finished it up afterwards. But let's see us pulling this thing together, and maybe you can comment and try and guess what we're gonna sell. There she is. Look at that beautiful shop Luna has designed. Well, as you can see, and as you saw from the time lapse, there are 2 boats. And as we come into the shopping district, we are right at the entrance. And she's done this wonderful, amazing job of sort of decorating the outside. We've got a conduit, a broken conduit as well as the A-team flags, or sails, should I say, on the shop. And if we go in, we can see, oh, hitching post, excellent. We can see there's oceanic oddities for all of your fishing needs. Well, only some of them. Right, so then we head over here, come all the way up to the boat, up the ladder, and then, that's right, we are selling Prismarine blocks. We are also selling coral, and then all the way over here we have sea pickles and ink sacs. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's great, you're selling these things, but do you have a farm? Well, the answer is yes and no. We had a farm, and I've broken it down, and I've fixed it, and I've broken it down again, and I've rebuilt. And we're on to our 4th version. We now have to build a factory to auto craft all these prismarine blocks. So let's jump into a quick time lapse, and we can have a look at that factory being built. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. If you would like to play on a server just like this with your friends, then check out G-Portal. And using the link down below, you can get a discount on your Minecraft server, and also you'll be helping us out as it gives something to us for your support. That's right, check out G-Portal down below. Here we are at the Prismarine Factory, and we are in cheaty cam, so I can move around a bit easier. But we have our guardians that come through the portal and get burnt on the soul campfires, and then this drops down into a sorting system which sorts out all of the raw cod, and then that gets fired into the lava. Because we don't want that. It's not very useful. And then everything else plus some raw cod that kind of skips through a little bit. It does happen. There is so much of it. comes through into this next section where we once again sort out items, and this time it's the shards. So those go down into this separate separate channel here through these double chests, where we can put them directly into the crafters that require shards or the sections, and then everything else actually comes into this line here, where the composter is, into this dropper, drops down, and then we have two other sorters. So this one here sorts out ink sacs, and then they go into a crafter, which we'll come back to in a second. The other one sorts out the prismarine crystals for the sea lanterns, and then we also have a overflow for ink sacs so we don't miss them. And then the rest comes into this, which is an item disposal, so it gets rid of all the excess raw cod, puffer fish, tropical fish as we're in a warm biome, and anything else that isn't required by the crafters. Now what we've done is we specifically aligned these in areas where we're going to get more or less of the shards. So these first two crafters are the prismarine bricks, and they take from 3 of the hoppers at the top underneath, or 3 lines of hoppers at the top up there. Then we have the regular prismarine block, that takes from 1, and then the other 3 lines come towards dark prismarine and sea lanterns, and that gives a relatively even distribution when this is going between the 3 of them. And then, like the concrete powder maker, we have 2 lines. So one is the ink sacs, so it goes into this crafter here. That detects when the sorter updates and powers the auto crafter to craft the black dye, and that goes down. And then we have an overflow protection here, and that will just stop any more items coming into the crafter, and then that will run over to our overflow of ink sacs, and then if that backs up, then that will go into our item destroyer. And then the inks or black dye comes here, the prismarine shards here, and then it auto crafts into the dark prismarine, and same with the shards and the prismarine crystals or the sea lanterns. So that's a quick overview of this factory, but if you would like me to do a tutorial for this, then let me know. This is improvement, I think, number 5 for this factory, and I think I've hit the nail on the head with this one. We seem to get a really good distribution, a really good mix of blocks, as well as it not getting backed up. I think this is the one for the farm I have. But anyway, after running the gold farm, we ran into a little incident on our supply vessel. Huh? What's going on here? We've been boarded by hundreds of zombie piglins. Where on earth have these come from? This is... What the heck? Right. I think we probably need to get rid of them. Let's try and get to an a vantage point where we can take care of them. Yeah. All right. This'll do. This'll do. Right. Yes. There's one way. Only one way to do it. Oh, they see. Wow. Oh, crikey! There's more back there as. It's a flood. Oh, wow. We better get out of here. No, no. This was a really bad idea. Really bad idea. Oof. Oh. Well, let's just get out of here and hope they despawn. Otherwise, this is future Jurassic's problem. Come on, let's go. A present? Oh, what's this? Mud! Yes! That means Luna has the mud farm going. With the mud farm working, we can grab our spoils from our fishing. No, not that one, not that one, not that. It was that one. 12 Nautilus shells. These are going to come in very handy because we have got the base, which, if you didn't know, is going to be an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. Yes, it's been something I've been planning for a long time. And if you've seen some of my live streams on Twitch and YouTube, you will see some of the work that's gone on behind it. And now we have the Nautilus shells, and we know Luna has the mud farm going. We can take these two shulkers of dirt, convert them to mud, and make some muddy mangrove roots. But let's head over there and see this farm. We are just entering Luna's lush cave, and I have to say it looks freaking awesome. These lovely builds that we've got in here for all of the industrial farms for this area. We do have some elsewhere, but there's all kinds of things. We have a moss farm down there, cactus farm, sea pickles, wool, all kinds of different farms. This is not the mud farm we're looking for. That is a concrete farm. And then all the way up here, I believe, is the mud farm. It's not fully finished yet in terms of decoration from my understanding, but it is functional. Can we get up here? Thank you, please. Yep, okay, keep going, keep going. Right, so this is the mud farm. So we collection system is over there. We need to make sure we turn it on. And then if we come here, we can put down our block. Let's fill this up. There we go. We'll have to remember to keep a few blocks behind. Let's turn this on. There we go. That will do the duper. We can hear it. And then if we place blocks here, there we go. We're off. Mud, 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 mud. I'm going crazy.